I'm going to say something I never thought I'd be able to say. I'm now an official Guinness World Record holder for the largest collection of Bearbricks. My final count, 3,482 unique Bearbricks. But this isn't just about the numbers, it was the process to get here which was truly insane. Today I'm taking you behind the scenes of how a simple question from my daughter turned into a year-long mission to make history. So it all started in the summer of last year, and honestly, it truly began with my daughter Selena. Last year, she was in 2nd grade, and every time we would walk into the bookstore or to the library, she would go straight to get the Guinness World Record book every single time. And I get it because I did exactly the same thing when I was her age and all the way up to middle school. One day she looks at me and says, "Hey dad, we have a lot of Bearbricks. Do you think there's a Guinness World Record for that?" So we looked it up, and sure enough, there was an existing record. A fellow collector in China, he had 1,008 unique pieces. Then I remember my wall of 100% Bearbricks. Just on this wall alone, I already had over 1,100. So we looked at each other and said, maybe we can do this. So in the summer of 2025, I submitted my application to Guinness World Record. And then just when I forgot about the whole thing, just 2 days before ending 2025, I got a notification that my application has been accepted.
You've got mail.
Now it was my turn to submit the evidence, and let me tell you, gathering the evidence was no joke. Guinness organization just doesn't take your word for it. You have to prove every single item is unique. So I had two major challenges. Number one, the space. I ran out of space at my home office a long time ago. My 1,000% were mainly in boxes, and a lot of my 100% were tucked away in blister boards. So I had to empty my entire inventory. The challenge number two was the no duplicates rule. Only unique designs counted. I also needed to exclude any custom Bearbricks that I had, as well as the samples. So I had plenty of doubles, so I had to meticulously filter my inventory to make sure every single one was a different piece. Then came the documentation process. Every single that was going to be counted needed a photo, a written description, and a sequential reference number. All this needed to be done so that the Guinness adjudicator could analyze the data clearly, and we're talking about thousands of line items. It was just an insane amount of work. Now, Guinness has another strict requirements, which is you can't just count them yourself. I actually needed independent witness to verify the count, and one of them needed to be a recognized expert in this field. That's where I wasn't sure if this was going to work. Is there even a Bearbrick expert here in the United States? And then I remember back in the early days of my collecting journey, I found a store right here in Chicago called Toy de Jour, located in Logan Square. I contacted the owner of the store, Sam, and he agreed to come out to my home office and serve as the expert witness. I'll be making a separate video about toy shopping in Chicago, but Sam is just a wonderful and a knowledgeable person. For the second independent witness, I brought in a notary, someone from the community with a professional background in accounting and data verification. These two amazing people made the whole thing possible. It took us about 2 hours to count each individual Bearbrick. It was truly amazing how detail-oriented they were, and this was all possible thanks to them.
97, 98, 99, 100. So we're at 50, 97, 98, 99, 100. This is 2,700. 21, 22, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 3406, 3407, 3408, 3409, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 80, 81, 82. And that 3482 concludes. Thank you guys so much. 3482. Alright, so if you could 3482. Thank you.
Now here's where it gets really nerdy, and honestly, this was the part I'm most proud of, my ability to use my IT consulting skills for the hobby. Guinness requires an itemized list of every Bearbrick with each individual having a sequential file name. I needed thousands of photos. I didn't want to manually take over 3,400 different individual shots if I could avoid it. So because I keep my collection organized in blister boards and display cases, I realized that I could take a photograph of the display itself, then have a system to crop them automatically, and even sequence the individual Bearbrick image into their own files. There are tools that help me automate this process and even perform batch name renames, which was pretty nerdy. This saved me an enormous amount of time, helped me maintain the consistent image format Guinness required. The crazy part is that each image also needed to be in the same order as the overall counting process from the video, and every item on the list needed to be cross-referenced against the video evidence. This document alone ended up being an 800-page document. Insane. I really would not do this again. Once I had everything packed, the photos, the descriptions, witness statements, the cover letter, the video evidence, I submitted all. I opted for the expedited review, so the turnaround was much faster than I expected. And then just a few days later, I got this email. I am officially the Guinness World Record holder for the largest collection of Bearbrick. Now here's the part that nobody tells you. Once you get that email, Guinness sends you a link to their store, and yes, you have to purchase your own certificate. The certificate itself is about $30 and the frame was extra $60, but definitely worth every penny. Now the why, and I want to be real with you for a second. Until now, I never really showed my face much before this. I always felt like the collection should speak for itself, not me. But I did this world record challenge for one reason, my kids, especially Selena. I wanted to show her that with passion, effort, discipline, and love for something, you can turn a personal hobby into a world-class achievement. This really started as a fun hobby. It was a way for me to learn and connect with other fellow collectors. It was a way to discover artists, cultures, and brands through a standard template that I've always loved. And because every Bearbrick shares the same iconic shape, it's the design applied to that shape that tells the story. And now every time I look at the collection while I'm working in my home office, I don't just see the Bearbricks, and I see memories on how each piece was acquired. I see the journey in itself. So what am I gaining from this world record? Honestly, nothing at all. But the sense of accomplishment and having a story to tell my kids, that means more than what I expected. But now that my face is out there and this journey is public, I want to issue the challenge. To my collector friends around the world who I know personally, starting Josh from United States, I think you might be able to beat this. My friends Uptown, Lupin, and Pankita, if your collection grows just a little more, maybe it's very, very doable. To my friend Harriet from Canada, originally from Hong Kong, you have a wonderful collection. I'm pretty sure you could beat this too. To my collector friend Achwang from Thailand, you can probably beat me too. To my Korean collectors, Master An, and fellow 선배님들, I believe you guys all have what it takes. And of course, to my collector friends Dar Plus and Tau Alpha from Japan, I am pretty sure you can give this a shot. I want to encourage the global collectors community to step up and go for it. It was a wonderful process, very challenging, and it is absolutely achievable, and I hope this video shows you exactly how to do this. I'll continue to share the Bearbrick hobby and inspire others, and we'll see what comes next. Thank you for watching. This was Brick Chicago. Wow, your newest Guinness World Record holder. Thank you.